Pilates partner, and I'm back with another office workout for you. This is your 10-minute opportunity to warm up the body, loosen things out, and feel better by the end of the workday for it. So let's get started with some core activation. I'm sitting up, perched towards the front edge of the chair, placing the hands in the low tummy, cupping the low tummy muscles, and we're going to start to breathe. So inhale, blowing out. I'm going to ask you to draw up and in with your pelvic floor muscles and your low tummy muscles. Inhale, relax. Blowing out, drawing up and in along the center seam of the trousers from tailbone to pubic bone, halfway up to the belly button. Inhale, let go. Exhale again, sweeping forwards and up with your core muscles. That's your core set. I'm going to ask you to hold on to a very low level activation for the 10 minutes that we're moving. Nothing too aggressive, something that you can comfortably breathe over and talk over. Okay, let's get started with our exercises. Remember, you're working out. I can't see you. You're working out on your own, and you need to be mindful of your own body and only do things that work for you. Okay, let's bring hands together in prayer, and we're going to inhale to the back and front. Inhale, exhale, front. Remember, the core is on. I'm rotating here from the waist up, so I'm moving my rib cage. I'm moving my upper back. I'm even turning my head. So, as well as all the shoulder movement, that's the obvious bit of it, it also is spinal movement. And when you do it, you'll know it because you'll feel it. And turn. And turn. Keep going. Rotate. Rotate. So this is not designed to be your main workout of the day. Okay? This is just a 10-minute warm-up. In fact, it can be used for other purposes besides just desk workers. You could use it as a warm-up before a jog or a game of tennis, actually, considering how much shoulder movement and warming up we include in these exercises. If you have an appetite for more, remember, mypilatespartner.com hosts a variety of workouts, all pre-recorded, higher standard than this, and you can use it for your in-between studio sessions. One more each side. And fantastic. Lovely warming in the deltoid there. Let's do a little bit of warming up for the legs next. We're going to do some squatting. Because I'm presuming that you've been sitting for hours, we're starting with shallow squats, and we will take it deeper, but not just yet. So feet are a little wider than hip distance apart, toes are pointed straight ahead, activating the core. We're going to sit back and down. Okay? I'm not asking you to do this with your hands, which would be a fairly typical stance and movement in a squat. Instead, I'm asking you to go forwards and out so as to counterbalance what you've been doing at your desk, which has been all here, right? So, up, stay back on your heels. Shallow squats to begin with. We're not bringing those thighs parallel to the floor as you see in deep squats, because as I said, I'm presuming that you've been sitting for hours and we need to warm you up. Okay, we're going to add in a leg lift on the rise. I'm going to bring my feet a little closer for this. So there, and lift and squat. Lift and squat. Warming up outsides of hips, switching on those muscles. Also, as I stand, the standing leg, this one in this case, gets to do some deep activation in what would be the core of my hip and pelvis. Now, core is still on, right? Pelvic floor, especially as I squat back and down. I should feel my pelvic floor rising up. I always say in classes, as you go down, pelvic floor rises up. There's this opposite action going on. Ooh, wrong arms. There and here. Lift down, there. Lift and release. Fantastic. So as one of my clients pointed out to me, if you're wearing restrictive work clothes, that kind of exercise doesn't work very well, but you could keep going with just your low grade squats, couldn't you? Okay, let's do a little bit of weight bearing through the arms. Make sure that your chair is secure, or you could even use your desk for this, okay? So I have my chair there. We're going to go through a nice bit of routine, weight bearing through the upper body, but also doing some leg work, working from the hips. Activating the core. We're going to topple the head off the top of the spine. Now I want you to imagine yourself toppling vertebra off vertebra. I want you to maximize flexion in the spine here. Really go for it. I'm using the camera there as a screen or as a mirror to show me that lovely round humped back there, okay? Hands are here, and in that position, still trying to keep my legs straight, so I add in a hamstring stretch. I'm flattening at the back and lifting the head above shoulder line. And now I'm going to walk back into a plank. I'm keeping my shoulders over my hands. There is my lovely plank, okay? My head is above shoulder line. My bum is neither perched up nor dipped down. There's my nice plank line. Hold on to that. Lift one leg in the air. On the standing leg, down for a calf stretch, tippy toes. Down for a calf stretch, tippy toes. You can see the movement of my body follows the diagonal line of my plank. One more. Okay, switch legs. Really work that leg that's up in the air. Don't let it just hang there. It's actively being held. We're going to do 5 of these. 3, 4, 5. Here we are. Calf stretch, double calf stretch, heels down. Oh, lovely stretch. I am pushing with my arms to effect a good bit of weight down into my heels here. Now, easing out of that, I'm going to do 5 push-ups. Head always stays above shoulder line. I am moving my body as this perfect plank. 4, just 5 reps. 5. Now, if the push-up was too much, you could just hold the plank. Walk up. I'm going to do flat back first. Bring the feet nice and close to the chair. That way you get a full stretch at the back of the hamstrings. There's my flat back. Now I'm tucking the tailbone under. I'm going to try and recreate that round humped back from a few minutes ago. Now letting go of the chair, I'm going to restack vertebra upon vertebra, rebuilding my spine, tall, shoulders slide back and down, and I lengthen through my neck. One more round, switching on the core, at least checking in on the core. Hopefully it was already on. And I'm going to topple the head off the spine. If I had a stiff neck, I would just adapt and not topple the head too profoundly. Flex over, go down, down, roundness. Then hands are here. Oh, I'm going to take myself forward so I get a bigger hamstring stretch in a moment. Bum up, back flat, head up. From there, we're going to walk back into a plank line. Hold it there, fantastic. There's one leg in the air. Heel down, tippy toes. Heel down, tippy toes. And 3. And 4. And 5. Switch it up. 1. And 2. Keep going. 3. 4. And 5. And here we are. Heels are to the floor. Push with your arms. It feels very strong around my shoulder blades when I push with my arms. And then release out of that push and bend. Push, so it's bend the elbows. Carry that plank with you. 3, send the elbows back at 45 degrees to the body. 4, 5. Okay, walk it in. Flat back first, feet nice and close to the chair. Hamstring stretch. Now tuck the tailbone under, round it up, come tall, shoulders back and down, rebuilding that spine, standing tall, and you're done. Back to the desk, well done, and I will have another set of exercises for you tomorrow.